I'm going to give some time for some people to get in here. Give a little bit of time for people to jump on. All right, now I see people following in. I tried to do what I did 2 weeks ago, which is be late. Tried to be late to make us win the game, but I was late and now Toney is out, so I thought I might as well jump on now. Yeah, Toney's out for the game, and it's crazy because they could not cover him. There was no answer for Kadarius Toney. Like that dude is really unguardable. I know he's going to be basically our best receiver for the rest of the year. Unless Kenny Galladay, a light turns on for him, he'll be our best receiver. Look at that protection, man. Look at that protection. But I'm not going to get frustrated this game. Um, I'm just not. I expected us to lose this game by the spread, which is 9.5. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm guessing Toney will be out at least 2 or 3 weeks. They better not throw a flag for that. The thing is, like, we go through all of these changes to get Daniel Jones some weapons, and literally we got Slayton out, Galladay out, Shepard just coming back, Toney out now. What can we what do we expect? Way too many guys out right now. Apparently, we got a sack. Oh, so you're 2 plays ahead. Yeah, I can't look at the chat. Yeah, I'm 2 plays behind on Sunday ticket. So that's crazy. We actually got it stopped though, so that's good. I'm gonna have to do one of those things where I just look at the chat in between drives, something like that, because it looks like I'm not gonna have any. There we go. Down at the 49. What do y'all have to say about Leonard Williams now? He destroyed that play. He was all over the place. All right. So the Giants will get the ball back. We've been running the ball pretty well. Matt Parrott did a lot better than Nate Solder did over there. Darnay Holmes looking pretty good in slot position. They had to sit down Rodarius Williams. 4th and 20 punt. CJ Board back there. I think Kadarius Toney's ankle has pretty much been messed up since the offseason because it's been wrapped since week 1. It's been wrapped. So they just got to give him some time off. They just give him some time off. Hopefully, whenever he gets back, he'll be okay. Hopefully, that's not a break or a tear of some kind because he was on the ground holding it. So hopefully, it's just a bad sprain and he just got to just recuperate. But missing him and Saquon, our 2 shiftiest guys, it really changes the offense and makes it so where we're not going to get much yak anymore. I see we need to run this offense through Sterling Shepard. John Ross is obviously the complementary piece. Maybe get Booker involved since we're running the ball. Colin Johnson is a guy that we can go back to. We can only work with what we got, but the luck for the Giants is worse. It's just the worst in the league. We go through all those changes to get Daniel Jones some receivers, and literally the entire receiving core, they can never stay healthy, which is something that's common in the NFL. But crucial weapons. You're missing your number 1 receiver. I guess Sterling Shepard is your number 2. You're missing your number 3 receiver in Kadarius Toney. You're missing your number 4 and Darius Slayton, and then I guess Ross will be your number 5. So I'm guessing we're going to go at John Ross. We're going to go at Sterling Shepard. We're going to go at Evan Ingram, sadly. We're going to have to target a lot of these guys who were our 3rd, 4th, 5th options. But I do feel good that Shep is there. At least Shep is there to move the chains, make a couple of plays. But the big play potential with Kadarius Toney as far as making yards after the catch, it's pretty much gone. We don't have anybody like that on the roster that's healthy. Him and Saquon are out. Maybe John Ross can do it just because of the speed, but other than that, I don't really see anybody else that can do that. Is it the same? I mean, we got John Ross instead of like a Austin Mack or Darius Slayton. So I think we're a little bit better, and I think Andrew Thomas is playing a lot better. So I wouldn't say we're the exact same, but we're really close. We're really close. Listen, man, Ray, I tried to get in the stream late because I thought that would help. So depending on what happens this drive, we'll see if I'm cursing the Giants or not. So you guys are hearing me, so hopefully you didn't see anything bad yet. I'm going to try to see what's going on here. Why isn't Nate Solder back out there? I don't understand what their love affair with Nate Solder is. I mean, you pulled Nate Solder out last time. Matt Parrott came in and we looked good. So why put him back in the next drive? And Nate Solder's getting bullied again, man. Come on now. And this Dante Dion made that tackle.
Immediately after that play, Toney ran over to the sideline. He dropped on the ground, and you could tell he was in so much pain and frustration. He has been ruled out with an ankle injury. That wide receiver position for the Giants getting very, very thin today.
Ross and Shep, two tight ends. I think they'll probably run the ball here. 2nd and 8. I'm going to play behind, pretty sure. They hand it off to Booker. You got instant penetration in the backfield. Matt Skura got destroyed. Yeah, he completely split that double team. That's one of those plays you just chalk up to Aaron Donald. It's not bad blocking, it's just Aaron Donald. But they need to get Nate Solder out of this game as soon as they can. So 3rd and 8 here. Giants in a 3rd and long situation going against Aaron Donald. They're sending a corner blitz right here. They're sending a linebacker. He's got time. Nice catch by Sterling Shepard for that 1st down. Nice catch to get 9 on 3rd and 8. That blitz came in fast. Daniel Jones got rid of the ball. Nice catch on Jalen Ramsey right there by Sterling Shepard. I'm telling you, Sterling Shepard, it seems like with this number 3 on, he's a new player. He's actually getting open on number 1 guys. So he's coming across again. Please don't hand the ball off to him. Play action. No one's open. Devontae Booker gets tackled by the first man again. How many times is Devontae Booker going to go down by the first guy? I know Jalen Ramsey is a great tackler, but he cannot keep going down by the first guy. But at least we get 4 yards here. DJ's doing all he can. 2nd and 6 here. Devontae Booker is really your only running back. You got Brightwell activated. That looked like a false start there, but nice protection. Yeah, no one was really open right there. Yeah, I mean, Kadarius Toney being out is huge. It seems like it really started to click because he had those 3 catches on that first drive. But, yeah, it stinks that he's out. Definitely does. Would have made this game a lot more entertaining. So I'm hoping that the rest of these guys bring their lunch pills, bring everything they can to work because it'll be tough. DJ is going to take off with the football and we'll punt. Yeah, I mean, I'm just hoping. Greeny, come on now. What do you expect to happen with this offense right now. You got an albatross at right tackle. I don't know why they took out Matt Perry. Defense, and we get a first down. But Greeny, I don't expect. I mean, how can you expect much of anything against probably one of the better defenses in the league with no weapons because everybody's injured? Toney hurt his ankle. We're running with Sterling Shepard and John Ross right now. But Greeny, I mean, I think you're not watching, but if you see the actual game, DJ's playing pretty well. You know, under the circumstances, hasn't really made much mistakes. Throws it away. Yeah, it's a smart decision to throw that away right there. 2nd and 10. Leonard Floyd is destroying Nate Solder, and we're watching in real time Joe Judge and Jason Garrett and Rob Sill decide to keep Nate Solder in this game. I have no idea why we continue to keep Nate Solder in this game when he's getting beaten on every play. 2nd and 10 here. I am so dropped interception. I mean, not dropped interception. Drop first down pretty much. The ball was a little bit far out, but I mean, you got to put both hands on it. It like he was scared to get hit. That looked like a jump. I don't know if that's false start or offsides, but let's see. That's probably the false start. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, unlimited. The thing is, when Nate Solder does go against Leonard Floyd, he's getting beat every time. So we have got to do something to stop that. And we put Matt Parrott in. Matt Parrott didn't give up any pressure. And for some reason, we decided to say, Matt Parrott, sit back down. It's like they're thinking too much. They're thinking too much. And he's saying, go for it. So apparently we get some yards here. DJ stepping up in the pocket, buying some time. Yeah, Dante Pedersen. You got to get that first down. Stick your foot in the ground, let him run out of bounds, and try to get that first, man. 1 yard to go. I bet we'll punt it. Let's see. 1 yard to go, man. If you can't get a yard, what are you doing? If you can't get a yard, what are you doing? You gotta stop right there. I don't know, man. But let's see if we can get this yard right here. 1 yard to get. And we didn't get it. We didn't get it. We did not get that right there. That is short. 100%. Listen, I'm not mad at Joe Judge for going for it right there. I'm not going to be a hypocrite and tell him to go for it and then get mad when he goes for it. We got to be able to get a yard. We got to be able to get a yard. I mean, to get no push right there, man, it's crazy. Oh, yeah, Judge is going to be more scared to go for it, definitely. But I mean, to not get a yard, man, is just that's execution. That's player execution. How can you not get a yard? I don't know why Sterling Shepard's putting his hands up. They definitely did not get that first down. All right, well, the Rams offense is going to get the ball back with about, 8 yards to go before they're in field goal range. You live with that when you go for it on 4th down. But let's see what the defense has. But yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people are going to criticize Joe Judge today for going for it on 4th and 1 right there. But We can't tell him to go for it every time, and then when he trusts his team to get a yard, they can't get the yard. So I'm not mad at him for that. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's one thing I would say is that I would like for him to probably go for it more on the other 40 or the other, high 30s more than, that. But I mean, I'm not gonna be too angry at him for going for it right there. You got to be able to get a yard as an offensive line. Like that's inexcusable. They got no push at all. Like, how can you not get a yard? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's bad effort, bad. It's definitely bad execution. I mean, I'm sure they were trying to get the first down, but to not be able to dig in and get that yard, man, like, yeah. And I started Kadarius Toney over Sterling Shepard. It looks like I was gonna be that was gonna be an easy start for me, but he went ahead and got injured. So it happens. Jay Nice, I mean, it's a quarterback sneak. Guys don't always get hit in the head on those sneaks. Most of the time they don't really get touched. People fall on them, but it's not really what we just saw happen right there. You usually don't see a guy like actually hit the quarterback in the head or anything like that. So I'm not mad at that. Greeny, I mean, listen, people try to criticize Dave Gettleman for the lack of the talent on the offensive line, but how many people retired? How many people got injured, man? Like everybody's injured. Lemieux is missing. Gates is missing. Who else is missing? Loney retired. They dropped another interception. I mean, that shouldn't surprise you. That's what we do. That's what we do, man. That's what we do is drop interceptions. I haven't seen it yet though, so we'll see. But I mean, after a while, it starts to be like that's kind of a consistent thing. Maybe our DBs just can't catch. Let's see. Let's see it. Let's see if it's as crazy as I. Two people dropped interceptions. Reggie Ragland played that perfectly. He just didn't catch the ball. And then McKinney dropped it off the tip. Ragland did a great job in coverage right there. Sunk, got under that route. That's kind of a tough catch to catch while you're backing up. But it hit McKinney right in the gut. I mean, that is like that's the easiest interception to catch off of a tip. I mean, it's going really slow. It landed right into his chest and he dropped it. Let's see if we can build on that momentum though. At least we got a pass deflection. The pass rush seems like it's coming through. Decent, decent coverage by Peppers, but just a nice catch by Cooper Cup. Man, I'm sick of seeing the Bears score touchdowns, man. It's making me sick. They need to lose. They need to lose every week. Already at 3-2. I'm going to take a look at the chat if they don't get this third down. If they do, I guess I'll probably still look at the chat because they'll probably be on like second down in real time when I look back. So let's see, 3rd and 4. They got Tate Crowder off the ball, 3 down linemen. You got a guy wide open on the right, and Leonard Williams coming through for the sack, for a second sack of the day. Leonard Williams is coming to play today, man. They can't block him down there. So let me take a look at this chat. What's going on with Joe Judge, though? Yeah. Yeah, look, Mono. I mean, I don't know how I mean, Ragland, he was dropping back in coverage. So that's a tough catch to make, like, kind of back there. But for McKinney not to catch that interception, man, that stinks. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way. Boy, ain't no way. Boy, ain't no way. What's the flag? What's the flag? What's the flag? What's going on? Boy, ain't no way, boy. What's the flag, man? Perfect. Fouls by both teams. Yes, sir. Fourth down. So what was the unsportsmanlike conduct? Why did they leave him completely open? What's going on? That's ridiculous, man. Fourth and 11 here. That's ridiculous. They didn't cover him. Another nice punt by Johnny Hecker, man. That dude's a beast. Greeny, Greeny, they went for it on fourth down. They went for it on fourth down with Johnny Hecker. They threw a fake punt where nobody lined up over the gunner, and they picked up the fourth down, but it was unsportsmanlike conduct. I don't know where it happened or when it happened, but it happened, and they just offset, so they just re-kicked it. So now we got the ball. But that was bad to not have anybody over the gunner on one of the punters that actually throws. He's known to throw fake punts. I mean, I don't understand how we miss out on that. I have no idea how we missed that. You said I don't know how you after that fourth down, I'm not mad at that. I'm definitely not mad at that fourth down call. Now, if something happens this next play, I mean, maybe something's different, but I'm definitely not mad at that fourth down call. Right there, they put Matt Parrott in there at tight end. It got 2 yards. I mean, what's going on? Why is Matt Parrott at tight end on first down? What's going on? Yeah, it did look like Joe Judge saw it come in. Oh, you said after that fourth down. Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah, he should be. Someone should be lined up over the gunner. So let's go wrap up the first quarter. I'm gonna come right back. Go grab something real quick. All right. So it looks like this is gonna be a little bit of a game. See what this offense can do if they can actually get in the end zone. It seems like our defense is actually playing well. Who would have thought? Oh boy, who would have thought? This team never, ever surprises me. Kadarius Toney goes out, all of a sudden defense knows how to play defense. The defense sucks. Kadarius Toney's there. He goes for 200. It doesn't matter because we can't stop anybody. Who knows with this team, man? The Rams offense is one of the better offenses in the league. They got weapons everywhere. They got a nice system. And for some reason, this defense is stepping up. Oh yeah, it looks very similar. Again, we got Shep out there. But for most of 2020, Shep wasn't really right, and he wasn't there for most of the time. Shep and John Ross. What's going on, DJ? But yeah, Shep and John Ross. I mean, that's all right. I think we can get by with that as long as we can continue to run the ball. Let's hope that John Ross can step up today. I've always thought that if John Ross could be healthy, he could be a pretty decent number two wide receiver. I think he has a lot of potential. So if Ross can stay healthy and he can continue to, come out there and catch the ball, then we might have a shot at doing something in this game. And Colin Johnson has shown a couple of flashes so far. So see how this goes. Yeah, I could have sworn. Joe Judge was like yelling at them to watch the fake, and they just didn't react. These players are they're a little bit weird, man. Anyway, we're starting again inside our own 10-yard line. See if we can make something of it this time. 1 second on the clock. Snap, empty set. Evan Ingram catches the ball, and he holds on to it. Wow. I think they missed first down. Or no, they didn't miss first down. That first down was a Devontae Booker one. So we're on 3rd and 1 here. What's going on, Asia? Hopefully no one spoils this for me because I didn't look at the chat. But all right, 3rd and 1 here. We got to be able to get a yard. Again, I'm going to say that every time. We got to be able to get a yard. This is when you stick Matt Parrott in the game. Not on 1st and 10. That was just awful. That was awful. I mean, I don't understand. It worked all the time last year. It worked when we tried it in the preseason. Why not turn around and hand the ball off to Elijah Penny with the full head of steam and let him bulldoze his way 4 yards? So we're definitely going to punt this because there's pretty much no other option. The Rams look really overrated. Right now. But who knows with this Giants defense, anything is possible. They're probably going to start. That's a nice job being a gunner right there for 31. But Cooper Kupp is. I mean, the announcer was getting really excited for Cooper Kupp to return a punt 10 yards, man. See, the thing is, DJ T-Dub, Darnay Holmes has been healthy all year. But it seems like we've been wanting to play Rodarius Williams. I have no idea what's going on. I mean, we wanted to play more man, so we stuck Rodarius Williams out there and put Darnay Holmes on the bench because Darnay Holmes cannot play man coverage. But we put Darnay Holmes back out there, and all of a sudden, we look like a pretty decent defense. So, who knows? Maybe Brad Berry just plays better with Darnay Holmes out there. I have no idea how to explain it. Stafford has been overrated this season. Yeah, he has thrown a couple of bad passes. He should have had an interception today. Man, I wish we had Kadarius Toney this game. I feel like we'd have 14. The dude just always makes plays when you need him. 3rd down, 2nd down, whenever you need to do, he makes plays. But I think he's going to be out for at least 2 weeks. If I had to guess, he's going to miss at least 2 weeks. Two weeks in a row. Last week I started Kenny Golladay. He didn't get a catch, and he went out of the game. This week I start Kadarius Toney. He gets 3 catches and just dips right out. Yeah, I mean I still don't understand that whole situation because he was one of the better rookie slot corners in the league, or one of the better slot corners in the league, to be honest with you, in the entire league. But as soon as they went to man, he couldn't really play it. So maybe him being out there is just better. Maybe he's just a better fit for his defense. Oh yeah, that's consistent, man. That's consistent. Every time someone comes back from injury, it's like clockwork. More guys are getting injured. It's like clockwork, man. It's because we're the Giants, pretty much. All right, Rams 1st and 10. Whoa, watch it now. Don't jump off sides. I knew they were going to run the football, and look at that cutback lane, man. Oh, boy. And they threw a flag. That's going to save us some yardage, but that cutback lane was wide open. I mean, Danny Shelton is a bum, man. That dude stinks. Bring it back. Blocking the back 10 yards. Yeah, they got the first down, definitely, but that was a block in the back. So I guess that's going to take a couple of yards off of that run. Okay, that was Raymond Johnson who got washed out right there. Raymond Johnson, Azeez Ojulari kind of got pushed around. Yeah. First and 16 here, starting on the 28. Dexter Lawrence at one edge, Ojulari at the other. False start. 1st and 21. Oh, that's delay a game, actually. 1st and 21. Let's see them overcome this, man. 5 penalties for 35 yards from the penalties, 2 penalties for 15 for the Giants so far. I always get these guys confused. Matt Stafford is 3 for 6 for 52 yards right now. Besides that one drive, he hasn't really done much. Same thing from the run game. Another handoff to Daryl Henderson, the cutback. Dude picks up 10 yards, man. That's almost 10 yards on first down. These edge players are not good against the run at all. Yeah, why is Le'Veon Bell wearing 17? He looks like a wide receiver. That is way too much time. And Cooper Kupp across the sideline, man. That deep over, man. That's how you overcome that 1st and 21. They love to run those deep crossers, man. Cooper Kupp kills teams on those deep crossers. Oh, that was just an out route. That was just an out route right there. Yeah, man. I mean, you cannot expect Jabril Peppers to cover a number one wide receiver one-on-one. You cannot expect that, man. Matt Stafford has 4 completions for 80 yards. Tyler Higbee wide open. Come up and make that tackle. They are driving down the field pretty easily, but I'll say that our team looks like they're tackling a little bit better. I'll say that. But if they're able to continue to run this ball at a decent level, this is not going to be good for this Giants team. And another, oh my, out to the outside. Sony Michelle right there. Yeah, man. I mean, if they're able to run the ball at all, we don't have any chance of stopping this offense because once that running game gets going, that play action opens up everything. But again, it looks like they're tackling a little bit better. But I think someone might have had a chance to bring down Sony Michelle at the line of scrimmage again. Robert Woods wide open, and you got Julian Love stumbling, and Robert Woods pretty much waltzes into the end zone. That's Julian Love's fault right there. That's what happens, man. Like, you got Julian Love stumbling. Yeah. I mean, that play should have been covered, but Julian Love was stumbling on the ground, worried about carrying over Cooper Cup. There was two guys covering Cooper Cup, and you leave someone wide open. What's going on Sunday? Yeah. I mean, guys are stumbling all over the place. So 7-3 right here. It's just sad when you see all of these weapons missing from our offense because we go from having the players and missing the opportunities to now it looks like Daniel Jones is playing well. Looks like the offensive line is actually, at times, they've been able to run block pretty well early on in this game. But now you're missing the actual receivers. You're missing Kenny Galladay. You're missing Kadarius Toney. So I tried to come into this game expecting to lose by 10, but they gave me hope that first drive. They gave me hope. I don't know how. I don't know why I listened to that, but once Kadarius Toney went out, the offense is completely different, man. This game is crazy. Not getting some of these plays. Sorry, we don't need to run. We need to throw the ball more. Yeah, the thing is, we don't have that many receivers. That's the thing. I mean, we can throw the ball all day, but they got a pretty decent secondary. But I agree with you. We probably should be throwing the ball pretty much every play. We probably should. I just cannot believe we got guys slipping. We got guys dropping interceptions. But I mean, why can't I believe it? It happens every week. Toney had an ankle issue coming into the game, and he retweaked it after catching his third pass for his third first down. So yeah, Toney was pretty much uncoverable, even on a messed up ankle. But he retweaked it, and he's out at least for this game. Hopefully, they don't rush him back again, man. Just get the guy healthy. Because if he can do all of this while he's not healthy, imagine what he's doing when he's healthy. So Kadarius Toney's ankle has been wrapped up since week one. Literally since week one, Kadarius Toney's ankle has been wrapped up. So he's been dealing with this ankle injury since before the season started. Yeah, people will still blame Daniel Jones. I mean, it just happens, man. It'll happen. I'm not worried about any of that. I just know that our defense stinks. Um, but they also did get two stops. But at the same time, we got guys injured on offense. So we're just in a tough situation against a really good team. There goes CJ Board taking it out to the 25. That's our best starting field position and a couple of drives. So let's see what we can do with that. I have no idea why Nate Solder won't come out of the game. I mean, we benched him after he gave up that sack, and then we just keep him in the game. We put him right back after we had a good drive with Matt Parrott. I have no idea what's going on with this team. All right, let's see. Looks like Nate Solder is out there once again, stinking up the place. Empty set right here. That looked like an interception, but I think it hit the ground. Yeah, that was a badly thrown ball. It was off target. Let's see if he was even open though. Oh, that's Evan Ingram leaving. Man, that's Evan Ingram leaving away from the spot he was supposed to be in. And now Andrew Thomas gets rolled over on. Are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What is going on with this team? Are you kidding me? I'm literally at a point where like I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Like how many people on one team can get injured on one side of the ball? And then it's like it happens after the dude is playing at oh boy. I don't even know what to say, man. Like it it just can't this cannot happen. This cannot happen. But it's not about our medical staff, Max. It's not even about the medical staff. Did you see him get rolled up on? Like he got rolled over on. Like nobody is just going to just get rolled over on and just have that not happen to them. It's just like what's going on? What's going on with now? Maybe the train, maybe the medical staff for other guys, but that play right there was a freak injury because we have had a lot of soft tissue stuff, but that right there was definitely a freak injury. Andrew Thomas getting rolled over right there. You can't really prevent that. Like this is the worst injury. Like I mean that the 49ers last year they lost pretty much all of their players. Pretty much lost all of their players last year. But other than that, I mean, I haven't seen this many guys go out. Look at what our projecting starters are supposed to be. Lemieux out, Gates out, Galladay out, Toney out, Slayton out, paired at left tackle now. Like, what's going on? We literally need to be conceding these games because this is a literal mess. Like, this is a mess. 3rd and 4 right here. False start. All right. I just don't get it, man. I don't get it at all. I just this know the situation. Why are you jumping like that to give us a 39 off of a 3rd and 4 manageable? All I'm gonna say, I never thought I'd say this, but thank God for Matt Parrott. Like, thank God we got this dude on the team because, and then he just gives up a sack right there. Oh my God, Matt Parrott, man. I don't want to have to end the stream again. I don't want to have to end the stream again. Oh man, this is crazy. Oh, this is disgusting. Oh my God, man. These people are so frustrating to watch, man. I mean, like, I don't understand. What do you expect Daniel Jones to do? What do you expect him to do? What do you expect him to do in that situation? He's been playing with a Pro Bowl level left tackle. He expects to have more than a second and a half to drop back and throw the ball. what do you expect? Do you expect the dude not to fumble when someone comes behind him and hits his arm like that? Look at Tyler Higbee wide open across the middle. Do you expect him not to fumble the ball when he drops back and literally as soon as he tries to throw the ball, his arm is being grabbed by a 240-pound man? I don't get it, man. I just hate to see it. I hate to see it. And like you could say that, like, okay, we're this is happening because we're a bad team. But we start off this game looking like we can go back and forth with this team. Greeny, I'm not gonna do it, man. I'm not gonna do it. You people have seen me go on rants about Daniel Jones before. But what's going on right now? Hey, listen, you can have your opinion, man. You can have your opinion. I'm not going to argue and tell somebody they can't blame him for something, but this is ridiculous. What's going on right now? Whoever we have back there is in a horrible situation. Because let's put Matt Stafford back there behind Matt Parrott and and Nate Solder with no receivers. And let's see how that works out for him. I just can't wait for another quarterback to get in here so these fans can see that this team stinks at putting a good team around a quarterback. And we've seen the same thing with the guy that we compared DJ to. Seen the same thing for the last almost decade with Eli Manning. No team around him, and everybody blames the guy who has no shot because he doesn't have anybody around him. I mean, literally, the only way we stand any sort of look at Cooper Cup wide open. Cooper Cup wide open for that touchdown. Um, I was gonna say the only time that you can do something in this situation is if you have Russell Wilson, or if you have Tom Brady, or if you have maybe Mahomes. But these guys are literally. Let's see. Let's see if he scored right here. Oh, that's a score. Okay, yeah. The only time that you can do anything is if you're literally the top 2 to 3 quarterbacks in the league. We saw Dak with a bad offensive line and no weapons. We saw we see guys with bad offensive lines, no weapons, no running game. And what do they usually do? Unless your name is Tom Brady, unless your name is Peyton Manning, unless your name is um, Russell Wilson, I don't see guys doing it. I just don't. Mahomes has weapons. He has a great offensive scheme. He usually has a great offensive line. We saw him without an offensive line and how bad he looked. So I don't want to hear anything about the quarterback when the team is this bad around him. I mean, people act like football isn't a sport that's connected. I think Tom Brady will be good in this offense, but that's because he's Tom Brady. I mean, there's there's only a couple of guys over the last 20, 30 years that will be good in this type of situation. Now, if you give Daniel Jones and Andrew Thomas, he's got to make do with the weapons he has. But you can't take away Andrew Thomas, take away his center, take away his running game and his running back, take away his top 2 receivers, and then just tell him go out and win the game. And then when he's aggressive and he just says, "Let me hold on to the ball for just that second so I can throw it," that's where the fumbles come from. So you would rather Daniel Jones just tuck the ball every time, get sacked 12, 13 times a game, and not have any turnovers and have about 80 yards than for him to actually try to take a shot. And the thing is, we're not making excuses, Greeny. We're looking at the game. This isn't an evaluation of Daniel Jones. This is an evaluation of the team around him. This is the fact that every single crucial piece around him is injured. This isn't about Daniel Jones. It's about the fact that we don't have the players to run a functional offense. That's what I mean. It's not about him. It's about the fact that every single functional piece is out. Again, if you have Tom Brady, if you got Russell Wilson, I don't even think Patrick Mahomes gets by in this. But if you got Tom Brady or Russell Wilson, maybe you got a shot. And for Matt Parrott, exactly, for Matt Parrott not to get that fumble back is literally laughable. And I literally said before the play, I said, thank God for Matt Parrott because he's at least going to be solid. But he just gets the corner run around on him and then reaches his long arms out on the ground and can't pick up the ball. Fall on the ball, dude. What's going on? But yes, granted, he needs to hold on to the football at the end of the day. That's facts. He does need to hold on to the football. Does need to hold on to the football. That's number one. Why do they say he's only been sacked once? He's gotten sacked twice. I mean, that's how you fumble twice. He got sacked twice. Aaron Jones has a passing touchdown. All right. Hand off to Devontae Booker. Tackle for 2 yard loss. I mean, I think at this point the Giants are going to be pretty much demoralized because once you lose that many of your players, man, like once you lose that many guys, I mean, you only got so much fight. You only got so much fight, man. I mean, DJ, like I said, we can't control the narrative. People have got their own thing. My thing is, I think it's up to these guys to protect. I think it's up to these guys to protect the quarterback. But we're going to see a pretty bad game today. This is going to be 21-3 pretty soon here. You got about 7 minutes left in the second quarter. I'm pretty sure they'll melt the clock and get into the end zone. And the thing that's crazy is that if we just had Andrew Thomas or Kadarius Toney, we probably would be able to move the ball just a little bit. That's a block in the back right there. Riley Dixon with a nice tackle, man. That was a nice tackle by Riley Dixon. Yeah, that's pretty much right. All right, 7 minutes to go. What's listen? I want to start taking bets right here. Like, are we going to get the ball back before the second quarter, or is this pretty much going to be the last drive of the second quarter? Let's see. I I can't blame the coaching, Max. I can't blame anybody. I mean, at this point, the injuries are too severe that I can't blame anybody. I can't. People want to blame Gettleman. Look at all the guys that he drafted that aren't playing right now. People want to blame Garrett. Look at all the guys he thought he could use that aren't on the field. People want to blame DJ. You can actually start to blame him because, I mean, there's been couple of times where he's been under pressure, but you got to hold on to the ball. But there's also been times where he just hasn't had any shot. People want to blame everybody under sign, but at the end of the day, nobody's out there. The guys that you thought would be out there aren't out there. What can you expect? Leo showed up to play today. Leo showed up to take over this game, But he can't do it by himself. He's just a defensive tackle. It's just that simple, man. Xavier McKinney, you got to catch that interception. But once you're missing all these guys, man, I mean, what are we missing? Like, what, 8 or 9 people or more? Lemieux, Gates, Thomas now, Toney, Galladay, Slayton. I'm only going to stay on the offense. I think that's about it right now. I think that's about it on offense. You said we're missing 11. If you count defense, I mean, I guess I'll tackle on defense. Martinez. I guess you can include your rookie maybe, but when you look at the most important guys, most of them are missing. Oh, yeah, Rodarius Williams is out. I can't blame coaching for that. I can't. I really can't, man. I cannot blame coaching for that. The Giants dominated that first quarter, man. We dominated that first quarter with Kadarius Toney out there. We were moving the ball like crazy, but after that, nothing. That outside zone is still killing us. The edges can't hold up. Greeny again. Look at how many guys Gettleman took that are not playing right now. He can't control the injury report. The only thing I blame Dave Gettleman for is the fact that we don't have edge rushers. The DBs, who could possibly predict that our DBs would look this bad? Bradbury with another pass that could have gotten intercepted. But who could predict that our DBs would underperform like this? But the edge guys, I mean, I have no excuse for that. I'm not going to say Bradbury like needs to make that interception. That's more of a deflection. 3rd and 6 here. This is the time where you can actually try to grab some momentum. The crowd is still on their feet. Give them something to cheer for. Give them something to cheer for here. Higbee coming down into the slot. Got somebody wide open across the middle, and Matt Stafford's going to take off. There we go. I was going to say you cannot let Matt Stafford take off and run for that first down. So they'll punt it back to us. Offense with a big opportunity right here. Greeny, the depth is in the cold tub or retired. Dave Gettleman took two guys retired. 2 more guys got hurt. I mean, he took Bredesen. That is a bad looking punt. Oh no, it's actually pretty good. Wow. What a punt, man. Dude, Hecker is such a good punter. But again, score out there because Lemieux is out, Nick Gates is out. Apparently Andrew Thomas is coming back. I don't know. But we're missing a lot of offensive linemen. A lot of guys have gotten hurt. But right here is when we need somebody to stand up and just say no more. I'm going to make a play. Just stand up and say, I'm going to be the guy that makes the play that changes this game. Hand off to Booker. Booker picks up 2. Yeah, I just saw they showed the graphic, but they said Andrew Thomas was returning. I think they just had that ready from before the game. I don't know if Andrew Thomas is coming back or not. I couldn't tell the severity of that injury at all. But for now, we got Parrott there left tackle. Nate Soder right tackle. Cannot expect this line. Oh my God, that's a bad throw. That's something you can blame BJ for, but that's his first real interception of the past, 10 games. Yeah, there's been some bad throws today. Matt, let's see what happened right here. Targeting Evan Ingram. Yeah, I don't know what he was looking at. I have no idea what he was looking at. I, I I don't know how you don't see him sitting right under that, but that's a bad throw. You said Garrett smiling on the sideline. Yeah, that's what changes the game. Daryl Henderson picks up 5 right there. Some more bad tackling from this linebacking core. Yeah, this doesn't look like this is going to be a very good game. We gave him the ball right there inside the 20. Nice little bunch formation. Decent catch. I think that's Higby. Now he'll be on a 3rd and 2. If we can hold him to a field goal, that'd be miraculous. Right there, Higby again. Logan Ryan getting taken to school. Like I said, I'll call it down the middle. That was not a good. It was not a 3rd or 4th round talent, Granny. The dude was going top 15. That was a standard, but that was a bad decision. Really bad decision. Yeah, I mean they don't do their research, DJ. They don't do their research at all for when these interceptions happen. They just look at the box score. They also are pushing the narrative. We know. That's fair. That's fair. That's definitely fair. If that was your evaluation of him before everything started. I had Drew Lock as a 4th round guy. I had Daniel Jones going at like I had him as a first rounder. I just didn't have him in the top 10. And Henderson is giving me my fantasy points right there, going up 21-3. Can you blame the defense? No, you can't. Can't blame the defense. Gave him the ball inside the 20. I'm trying to see if I can find anything. Trying to see if I can find something about Andrew Thomas. I don't know if that was an ACL. We we came real close to blocking that extra point. All right. So I wonder what's going on with Andrew Thomas. Okay, they're saying it's an ankle. I have no idea, man, what's going on. Anytime we have Mark Slareth out here, I just can't see us winning the game. Being honest with you, really is like watching paint dry. That's the worst thing. The worst thing is Bubs. The worst thing is Bubs. This team at the end of this year will have you thinking that it's a pretty good team. This team at the end of this year will have you thinking that we have something to look forward to. This team by the end of this year will have you excited, will have you cheering. I bet you at the end of this year, The offense is going to be humming. Everybody's going to be healthy. We're going to be looking like we can compete with anybody. We're going to go into the offseason expecting to compete and be a better team next year. We're probably going to go out and get that edge rusher in the draft. As soon as the season starts, reality is going to kick back in. Happens every year. You know we're going to finish strong. Just to go from getting that top 5 pick to getting the top 10 pick or top 15 pick. But same story, man. Same story. I mean, our schedule starts to get easier towards the end of it. So, we'll probably beat the Eagles, beat Washington, and beat the Cowboys or something, or beat somebody we have no business beating, and then we'll feel good by the end of the season. DJ should not have thrown that ball. People are going to probably blame that on Evan Ingram, but there was no way that ball should have been thrown. You got 4 guys in that area. But the Rams are getting me some fantasy points. I got Cooper Kupp and Darrell Henderson. So, and then they're going, oh my God. Aaron Donald is a freak, man. They finally are giving Kyle Rudolph some chances, man, but this is the only, like, this is facts, man. Like, this is the only thing that's different that you could say, why is this happening? Because, I mean, it's the only thing I could say. We got guys running all day, all night, all off season. Maybe that's the reason. I'm definitely taking Kayvon Thibodeau. I'm thinking Greeny probably wants to take a quarterback with that number 1 pick. I'm going to tell you right now, Greeny, all these quarterbacks stink. And if you want a quarterback, you probably need to be trading that one. And the rest of the ones we have, and some more picks, and the pass gets batted down. And some more picks to probably try to get Russell Wilson or not Matt Stafford. He'll probably stay there. Maybe Derek Carr. You probably want to get one of those guys because the quarterback class this year, I'm not a fan of any of these guys. I don't think any of them are going to be better than Daniel Jones can be in this offense. Malik Willis is a project. He's playing in a bad. He's playing it for Liberty for a reason. Just like I tried to tell people about, what's the dude's name? Zach Wilson. I mean, he's playing at BYU for a reason. Like I said, if you want to get a quarterback, then you're definitely trying to make sure that you can trade for one, because these rookies coming out for this next year, to me, I don't like any of them. Matt Corral is a college guy. He's going to be looking really good in college. And Greeny talks about Corral the second before I start talking about him. He's a guy that looks really good in college to me, but I just don't see him as an NFL guy, as a star NFL quarterback. I think he can be a starter, but as a star, I just don't see it. From what I've seen from DJ the last, 13 games, as we get another drop on 3rd down. But from what I've seen these last couple of games, I just don't see it. I just don't see that from any of these young quarterbacks in the draft that's going to be better than what we have right here. Now, the year after, you got a couple of quarterbacks that you might look at that you might say are better, that I think have the potential to be better. Even if you would have looked at this past year, like Lawrence and Fields, I think you could say, they could have a higher ceiling than DJ. But those other guys, I mean, they're just guys. Yeah, it's upset time. It's time to be upset. All right, now let's see them go down the field with 2 minutes left to score. At this point, man, I don't blame the defense, because they started this game off with some fire. The offense couldn't handle it, and guys got hurt. Rest is history. Only the Giants. Oh, only the Giants, man. Yo, Max, the season is over. Only the Giants, man. Did you see McKinney take out his own player? You got Cooper Cup laughing at the Giants defense, man. This only happens to the Giants. Like, I shouldn't feel like every week I'm commentating a preseason game. Hey, have a great day, Josh. Watch one of these other games. It'll be a lot more entertaining. Um, I just shouldn't feel like I'm commentating a preseason game. But only the Giants can trip up their own players and just allow this kind of stuff to happen. McKinney to me has been an absolute train wreck. And shout out to Sunday in the chat plugging the links. I mean, we got to have somebody that's doing their job. I mean, she's doing a great job as a moderator, but the Giants are not doing their job on the field. You got guys chirping each other up. It's a mess. Mr. Finesse, just the second that you expect this team to be the worst in the league, you're going to see a worse team. You're going to see the Giants show up and do something crazy. But when you come down to it, when you look at it in a grand scheme of things, the Giants are the worst team in the league. The way they go out there and execute when they need to execute is bad. To go out there and lose that Washington game like that, and then to go out there and beat New Orleans in basically a meaningless game, in a game that means nothing as far as our standings, and then to go out there and get embarrassed at Dallas. What do you expect? To go out there and, I mean, when you need this team to show up, when you need them to really show up and put their foot down, they never do it. Unless they're putting their foot down on the top of a Cowboys player's cleat and twisting their ankle. The Giants have had historically the worst luck with receivers. Name one Giants receiver since Amani Toomer that hasn't been often injured. Either they're always playing through an injury or they're always missing games. You can't name any. Plaxico Burress always injured. Hakeem Nicks always injured. Victor Cruz always hurt. I mean, who else? Steve Smith, he got injured. He got injured and basically had to retire after a while. Odell Beckham, Sterling Shepard, always injured, always injured. Kenny Galladay now, injured. Brandon Marshall, injured, never got to play. The Giants have not had any healthy receivers. Shockey always hurt, yeah. I didn't include him because he was a tight end, but yeah, he was always hurt. Kevin Boss was always hurt. Reggie Ragland literally fell on his bottom. They're laughing. Like, as the Rams players are going back to the huddle, they're literally laughing. It's literally like watching the Three Stooges. I've just never seen anything like this, man. Greeny, I don't understand how you show respect to Eli, which we all should. I mean, this isn't the point of me saying this, but I don't understand how you show respect to Eli, yet you criticize DJ for being in a similar situation to Eli, and then both not being able to do anything because you're in a situation where you can't win. Why did he not catch the interception, man? Why do you said the Rams are on their way to 50? I'm just glad we hit the dude, man. Glad we hit the dude. Look at the ball. Tay Crowder stinks, man. You got to look at the football. He didn't even think to turn around. But anyway, I'm getting these fantasy points. Getting these fantasy points, man. Listen, the O line doesn't have any players left. I mean, they got Andrew Thomas gone. So I expect them to take a step back when you're missing a Pro Bowl level offensive tackle. I mean, what do you expect? 28-3, ball game over. First half, the season is over. Still haven't gotten to Halloween. If they keep losing games like this, back to back weeks, man, like Giants fans aren't going to take that. But I'm happy to a certain extent. I'm happy that they're actually showing us what kind of team they are. Because usually Giants fans are kind of mistaken and they think the team is better because we lose all of our games by 1 or 2 points. If they keep losing like this, man, we're going to see some changes. You said CJ Board is injured. I can play wide receiver, man. I can do it. Promise. I can do it. Uh-oh. CJ Board tore his knee up. Listen, I can play wide receiver. I can go. I can do it, man. It's his wrist. I'm telling you, I can play receiver. I can play it. I can definitely play receiver for this team. But he's probably done for the season the way he's talking, man. That's probably a broken wrist. I can play receiver. Granny, I don't know, man. I just know he's got to probably start getting rid of some of these guys while they still have any value. Probably can't get rid of any receivers or tight ends because I mean, how you going to field a team? But he's definitely probably got to look at trading Peppers. Probably got to look at trading some other guys. Not sure. Maybe if Galladay and Toney and Slayton can get healthy, maybe you trade Sterling Shepard. It stinks, but you got to try to get something for some of these guys, man. GOC, the thing is that wouldn't really hurt. That wouldn't really hurt the Giants. It probably just hurt us more. Yeah, the Rams put up 28 in the second quarter. Two turnovers, and then just two bad drives by the defense. Oh, it's a matter of time before most of these guys get hurt. I would publicly just like fire all of these people. And the medical staff I follow, I just fire them. Like they all be gone. But maybe it is a Joe Judge thing, man. Maybe he's running those guys too much. And they said like we didn't have any injuries last year, but maybe that cumulative thing about everybody running over the last 2 years is getting people hurt. I'm not sure. Another, yeah. I mean, like, listen, what's the point of watching this thing, man? I have no idea, Gio. That probably could work in a perfect world. And Sterling Shepard trips, and you got another interception. That's disgusting, man. I mean, listen, like I said, why does it feel like I'm commenting a preseason game? Because at this point, I'm talking about a bunch of plays that have no effect on the game. When someone's up 28-3, a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds, they're going to be up at least 31-3. None of these things that they do are going to have any effect on the football game. I'm telling you. 17 seconds. Getting me some fancy points with Daryl Henderson. Yeah, I might have to try to sell these tickets before they go down to under $100 or something. Oh boy. McKinney finally caught an interception. And watch him run out the clock, man. Dude is an idiot, man. Why don't you slide so we have a shot to throw the ball deep? With this defense by itself, I mean, we should have like a ton of interceptions. I mean, we've gotten like not even crazy things that we had to catch, like easy interceptions where they just threw it straight to us. Oh boy. Michael Strahan just looks sick, man. That dude looks heated. Max, like I said, there's no point in me talking about how many games we win. I just know by the end of the season, the Giants will be in a situation where they have everybody fooled and thinking they're a better team than what they are. They do it every single year. And then like they keep on flashing that 10-year anniversary, man. Like I just don't care about the 10-year anniversary. What do I say to the team at half? I mean, make sure you got your stuff packed so you can get home quick. And I see the Washington football team getting their interceptions on the Chiefs. See what the score. They're up 13-10 on the Chiefs. Yeah, man. I don't know what you say to a team like this, man. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. I mean, people want me to stay on, but I don't. What are we going to watch for? What are we going to see? You're not coming back from 31-3 at the half. You're not going to see anything exciting. There's no Kadarius Toney. You're probably going to see your quarterback turn the ball over 2 or 3 more times. Being honest with you, it seems like when DJ isn't going to be protected, seems like when he doesn't have any weapons, like most quarterbacks in the NFL, if they're not protected, they don't have weapons, they're probably not going to be all that productive. So I'm thinking that DJ will probably throw some more interceptions. He'll probably throw some more interceptions. He'll probably fumble the ball a couple more times. That's just who he is. Behind a bad line and a bad, receiving core. Yeah, man. GOP. Hey, listen, the team stinks, man. Like the team stinks, and on top of that, to add insult to injury, literal injury, we have too many injuries. On top of that, even how bad this defense is playing, I just have so much faith that we have at least 20 points, 14 points on the board with the Kadarius Toney, with an Andrew Thomas on the field. We were moving the ball right down the field that first drive. Kadarius Toney was doing his thing. We were getting good protection from that left side. The right side is always going to be a struggle. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how you address this if you're John Mara. Do you just fire everybody? But at the same time, you got a ton of injuries. So Joe Judge is probably going to get a little bit of a leash for that. So I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do. But I'm telling you this right now. It doesn't matter if your quarterback is injured, your wide receiver is injured, your running back's injured. It doesn't matter who's injured. If you go into a game, if you go into any game in the NFL, I don't care who's out there, unless literally, I mean, worse than what's happened has happened. I don't care who's out there. You go into any NFL game, no NFL team is 28 points better than any other NFL team in the entirety of the NFL. No NFL, it just that gap does not exist. What has to happen is that other team has to play incredibly sloppy. That team has to play even below their bad play. And that's what the Giants are doing 2 weeks in a row. Now it's hard for these players not to give up right here. Because what do you expect? I mean, you see everybody around you falling, you see everybody injured. You start to make some progress, and every time you start to make some progress, you have another debilitating injury. Hard not to get these guys to give up. But I'm telling you right now, no team is 28 points better than any other team in the league, injuries or not. And JoJo's got to get them to be competitive. To be competitive at least. You lose by 10 points, okay, fine. You lose by 12, 14 points, that's fine. But down by 28, after you were down by what? Almost another 20 points last week, it's not going to look good. See, the talent is there, but they're not on the field. I wouldn't go that far, Max. Like I said, these guys in the NFL are all talented, but it's bad. I think the injuries are about 80%, maybe 75, 80% of why this is happening. But at the same time, man, same time, the team is playing bad football. I mean, Leo is out there. He's been playing pretty well, but Tay Crowder's out there. I understand he's your second linebacker, but he's a rotational guy that will be playing regardless. He's not playing good. Bradbury has had his struggles. McKinney's had his struggles. Holmes has had his struggles. Before that, Rodarius has had his struggles. Um, McKinney has had a lot of struggles. Sometimes the team just isn't good. They just don't play up to their potential. And then on top of that, you got guys getting hurt. And I don't blame you, man. Like, listen, it people like to say like, "Oh, you turn the game off. You're a fake fan. You turn the game off." Listen, like, listen. I don't judge anybody for turning a game like this off because people who are fans up until the point to where I am, like, this thing really, really, really affects you. It really affects you. So I don't blame somebody for turning the game off. Really don't. Like, keep your peace of mind. Watch another game that's more entertaining. Spend time with your family. Do anything but to be sitting looking at this albatross. Greeny, they had a whole week to prepare, and they had a lot better coaching than what we have. They outcoached the heck out of us. They outcoached the heck out of us that game last year. Um, it was bad. But that's what I mean, Greeny, when I say that not one team is better by 28 points than any other team in the NFL because you see all those backups, they can play. They can play. Like if I can see the players go out there and just jog and like haphazardly go through life, what's the point? Greeny, the Pats have an offensive line too. It's not about that. It's about protection. It's about protection. Let the receivers. I mean, the receivers are the receivers, but you got to get some protection. And the Pats do have wide receivers. And the Pats system is a very short passing system. It's a bunch of ticky tack, dink and dunk kind of throws. That Mac Jones has not looked better than Daniel Jones at all this year. That just has not been a thing. And I'm not going to let you say that because it just hasn't been realistic. I'm telling you, the way that their offense runs, guys are open. He's hitting guys and he's hitting guys in stride because they're open. And that's not the biggest issue with the Giants. It's not the fact it's not the fact that he doesn't have any receivers. Like Sterling Shepard's a good receiver. Ross is a good receiver. It's not about that. It's about the fact that he doesn't have protection. And on top of that, for some reason these guys aren't getting open quick enough. I mean, you got what 2 seconds to throw the ball, 2.2 seconds, maybe, sometimes less. It's more about the offensive line, in my opinion. Like Greeny, that's just not a battle, man. That makes any sense. Mac Jones has not looked better than Daniel Jones at all this year. It just hasn't. It just hasn't happened. And I like Mac Jones, but he's been throwing a lot of short passes. He has not been a guy that's just been lighting the world on fire. He hasn't looked better than our quarterback. He has not been playing in a situation this bad with the greatest coach of all time. Like, let's take a step back here. Under Brightfield. The Gary Brightwell pick still makes no sense to me. I agree with you, Green, but it's your seventh round pick, so yeah. I don't really see anybody around that time, around that pick area that I'd be like, I really need to have on my team. Besides the offensive lineman, obviously, but I think they didn't believe that he was healthy enough to play NFL football, and they didn't want someone, you know, possibly, not making it on their field and having health issues. So I don't have any issue with that. But other than that, I don't really see anybody after the Brightwell pick where I was like, he absolutely needs to be on the roster. And they definitely wouldn't be making a difference at this point. Yeah, I think they will promote Sills. We have no choice. I don't think Galladay is going to be healthy, and I don't think that. Joe Judge is talking about benching Daniel Jones. Oh, he's talking about as far as resting him or not. Okay, I think I misheard that. I thought he was saying like he was gonna move forward this season with Mike Glennon. That's a nice special teams tackle. I'm telling you right now, if Mike Glennon goes in the game, I am turning it off. I'm just telling you that. And I will do a post game stream probably or a post game video. Um, and I'll talk about what I saw in the first half. But I will not watch Mike Glennon come in there behind what we have out there with no Kadarius Toney, with nothing. I'm not watching that. I tell you that straight up. But yeah, if the Giants keep playing like this, I mean, fans aren't going to be patient, and they will be clamoring to get DJ out of here. So again, it feels like we're watching a preseason game. Score doesn't matter. Like you all realize, I probably spent let's see, yeah, I probably spent over like $200 for one ticket for per ticket for the last game of the season. But right now, those tickets that went for over $200 back then before the season are now going for probably about 100. That stock is dropping. Right in the flats, Cooper Cup. Make the tackle, man. McKinney is like, is there a force field around you, man? Like, what's going on? Yeah, he might be. He might be. I started talking about that after week one. Um, he might be. Everybody's been calling him the used car salesman. Just frustrating to watch this stuff happen, man. Matt Stafford has 6 incompletions right now. They're either going to have to use a timeout or that's another delay of game. I'm going to tell you, though, actually, a lot of people are saying pull DJ out of the game, and I probably would want to too. But for a hard nose, punch you in the face for 60 minutes, coach, to pull his starting quarterback in the beginning of the third quarter, that's not going to be a good look. Not going to be a good look at all. All right. And they give up a first, and he's cutting back. This is bad. This is bad. Tyler Higbee just tackled Jefferson in the open field pretty much. It's just bad tackling, bad positioning. The team is bad, man. This is the second time I've seen somebody tackle somebody from the ground because they couldn't stay on balance. Yeah, hopefully we can win a game so I can do that. I don't know. I think they might pull him because the game is out of reach. So who knows? But he is not playing well at all. He's not playing well. The team around him isn't playing well, and they're injured. And they're just matriculating their way down the field. Just boom, boom, boom. No incompletions, no resistance whatsoever. Again, what's better, losing by 2 points or losing like this? Better for YouTube to lose by 2 points. Patrick Mahomes is not playing well either, man. That dude is stinking up the place. Washington football team might beat the Chiefs. They might beat the Chiefs. I don't think so. It's 13-10 right now, but Mahomes is stinking up the place so far. An interception, 2 sacks. Kelsey's 80 yards right here, though. I guess Tyreek Hill isn't healthy, but the Chiefs don't have enough weapons. Look at that cutback. Oh, boy. The tackling on this team is so bad. It's so many times where guys are in the open field and they make them miss every single time. Why is Logan Ryan trying to make a tackle like that? Go attack him. Hit him. Don't wait for a dude to run into you. Again, I saw somebody get penetration at the line of scrimmage and they don't bring dude down until he gets 4 yards. As said, this team is shot. I think I said it about what, week 3 or week 4 last year or somewhere around that. I said nobody should be safe. starting to feel that way soon. I'm going to start to feel that way soon. But shout out to Rick Toney, his prime for the 499. I'm switching teams. I'm done. Y'all don't have to be this bad. Y'all don't have to be in this bad relationship. It's bad, really bad. It's horrible, man. It's horrible. I wouldn't be surprised. And it might be for the best, to be honest with you, because I don't know. I don't know how you can fix this. One thing, people got to stay healthy. People definitely have to stay healthy, but when they get back, I mean, we got to see something different. Said what team he's switching to? Yeah, Rick Toney is. I don't know. I think he just might be mad. But what team would you switch to? I probably would start rooting for the Bengals because they got all the LSU people. But I can never switch. But I might get to the point where I can't watch their games. Be honest with you. They actually stopped them on third down, so they'll probably go for it here on fourth and what, 2 or 1? Did Mark Slayer just call that Giants defensive line stout? I know he didn't just call them dudes stout, man. I don't know why they're. It looks like they're gonna fake this fourth and 2, but I would just go ahead and just go for it. I see no reason not to go for it. Yeah, man. I mean, listen, my side team, the Bengals, they're up 20-0 on the Lions. I wanted to root for them. I mean, they're doing pretty good. Just can't do it. Just can't do it. Ah, man. Sometimes you just gotta abstain though. 31-30. They ran what? What? Let me see. They ran 10 minutes off of the clock. Ran 10 minutes off the clock. They really ran 10 minutes off the clock. Oh yeah, they were better under McAdoo, man. They were better under Sherman. This wasn't well. No, I say this was happening under Shermer, but just not good. I'll tell you one thing, man. This is just a complete mess. No matter if we think that it's Daniel Jones' fault, or we think it's Joe Judge's fault, Jason Garrett's fault, Patrick Graham's fault, Dave Gettleman's fault, I just know it's messed up. It's messed up, and I don't care who would be out there, who will be making the decisions, who will be making the calls. Just got to fix it. Just got to fix it. The offense stunk under McAdoo, Greeny. The offense was horrible. It was bad. It was just as bad as last year's offense. Actually, the offense couldn't do anything. We were running like 3 or 4 plays and we couldn't do anything with them. So I kind of disagree with that one. I really want to start a petition to get Steve Tisch to buy out John Mara's shares or whatever we got to do. If we can put the money together and start a petition, how can we get rid of John Mara? Because Steve Tisch doesn't care. Steve Tisch doesn't care. That dude doesn't show up to anything. He doesn't make any changes. He just doesn't care. That's not him. He's in it for strictly the money. He put the money into it, which is fine. It's fine to make an investment. But how can we get John Mara out of here? How do we do it? Because he's not making good decisions. But yeah, if they keep doing this, yeah, you're right. The whole coaching staff is gone. You can't justify bringing that back with no sign of progress at all. You cannot justify bringing that back, especially when they're not competing. And who's that? Darnay Holmes returning kickoffs now. Like you can't justify it. You're trotting DJ back out there. I'm guessing this will be one of his last couple of drives. If we don't score here, it'll probably be over. First down, I'm not even going to check the chat. Hopefully, no more interceptions, man. Empty set again. I don't even know who's out there playing receiver. Sterling Shepard for a first. Oh, man. Look at all that time that Aaron Rodgers had, and look at his player make a play after the catch. Run by Devontae Booker. One thing I do not want to see right now is look at the way that dude was looking at Nate Solder. But one thing I don't want to see is DJ running the ball right here. Shotgun again. Shepard again. Go ahead and pick you up some catches, man. Get DJ over 100 yards. Perfect time for some garbage time stats. Vontae Booker for another 2 yards. Man, this is so late. Like it just doesn't matter, man. It just doesn't matter. I don't know why Solder's touching the field. How do you look at film? Yeah, that's what I mean. If people are saying Matt Parrott, he gave up that sack. Yeah, sure he did. Sure he didn't pick up the fumble. But at right tackle, he looked better than Nate Solder. We don't want Matt Parrott to play left tackle. We want him to play right. And he looked better than Nate Solder. Two guys just jumped off sides. We didn't snap the ball. Look at, you got to hold on to the ball. He held on. But Aaron Donald and about three other guys broke through that line. No protection. What do you expect? I'm gonna tell you one thing. You might not be able to justify firing Joe Judge. You might not be able to justify firing Jason Garrett because of the injuries, but you can justify firing Patrick Graham. You can justify that because this team that defense has looked awful. I mean, they've looked terrible. And now we're heading into the fourth quarter almost. Fourth and 7. I think you just go for it here. Ah, man. That was a horrible decision by Daniel Jones. Yeah. On that note, this lead is completely insurmountable. I might try to get on stream for about 30 minutes to an hour after this game wraps up. Uh, Maybe I'll try to get somebody else on. I'll try to get that up, and we can go and review that game. You guys don't want me to go. I mean, I don't, listen. If you guys really want me to stay on here, I'll stay on here for you guys. But yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy, man. It's crazy. All right, you guys want me to finish up this game, man? Listen, you guys want me to finish it up? I'll finish it up. But give me a couple seconds. All right, I'm gonna wrap up this game. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. And here comes the running yards. Yeah, right now DJ is just pretty much crumbling. I'll tell you straight up, that dude is crumbling under this pressure of being blown out and just forcing stuff. There was no reason for him to throw that ball there. I really watched this dude stare down the DB underneath the route, and still throw it. Why would you still throw that, man? Why would you throw that there? Like that literally makes it makes no sense at all. Deshaun Jackson tried to stiff arm James Bradbury. Now they're throwing Deshaun Jackson there to run through our defense real quick. They're going to take at least 150 something yard shot at him. They actually stopped him on third down. I think they'll probably go for it still. Fourth and inches. Giant of pain. He's calling quick passes because our offensive line has Matt Perry and Nate Solder at tackle. That's why he's calling quick passes. Mm, mm, mm. Easy, easy fourth and one conversion. Easy, way too easy. Especially with Leonard Williams right there. Patrick Mahomes finally threw a touchdown against the Washington football team. Looks like they actually will win, but doesn't matter if we never win a game. Yeah, I mean, if this defense can't do better in what they're doing, there's no way, man. There's no way that you can justify having this dude call defensive plays, and it stinks because he was so great last year. But the defense doesn't look good, man. It doesn't look good. Defense just looks bad. Like I understand he the plays look good last year. We thought that we overachieved last year, but to have your defense give up continued long drives, not being able to get off the field, they can't tackle. Yes, that's on the players, but somebody's got to instill in those players that they to tackle. Like we got to run through those drills. I don't understand how you can fix that, but the defensive unit has been the worst unit by far. The offense is playing horribly right now, but look at all the injuries. We got an excuse for the offense, but the defense is bad, man. Objectively bad. They've lost us a couple of games, to be honest with you. Josh, listen, he's in his third year, and before this year started, I said that I'm going to evaluate him like a veteran quarterback because right now he's a veteran quarterback. Right now, what DJ is doing, he looks like a developing quarterback, which is fine. He's still developing, of course, but he looks like a young quarterback who's panicking because everything around him is falling. It's falling. And that's normal. That's what a ton of people do. But I need this dude to take care of the football, whether he's up by 20, whether he's in a tie game, or whether he's down by 20. You got to take care of the football. You do not need to be forcing it to somewhere where it's clearly covered. There was no reason for him to throw those that first interception and the last one. The second one was Sterling Shepard's fault, but he's not playing well. Plain and simple. Protection or not, protect the football. Do not force the ball into coverage when there's no shot at catching that. And the thing is, people are saying that Matt Parrott is blah blah blah. He's bad. Matt Parrott looked fine at right tackle. We don't want Matt Parrott to play left tackle. We want him to play right. Those are two different positions. Two different positions. And he's obviously not equipped to play at left tackle. Somebody needs to whack this dude Stafford, and they let him. Tay Crowder should have got a flag for that. Garrett isn't getting out coached, man. Like, I mean, he might be getting out coached. That's a fair statement, but what is Garrett supposed to do with this offensive line? What can he do? This line isn't given any time to throw the ball. Let's be real, man. Like when this team has been semi-healthy, the team has moved the ball up and down the field. I can't see them firing Garrett. Only way I see them firing Garrett is if they fire Joe Judge. And I mean in season. I don't mean at the end of the season. I mean in season. And I just don't see them doing that. I just don't see them firing Garrett. I can see Graham going. And I understand that, Chaz, because I've seen the tape. But this year, this offense has moved the ball up and down the field. When they've had any semblance of health, when they've had Andrew Thomas out there, they've moved the ball up and down the field. Second and 4 here. Rams, of course, right now knocking on the door again and scoring. Daryl Henderson for first. Now, when people look at schedules and they see a bunch of bad teams, I mean, a bunch of great teams on their schedule, and they say, oh, like, we're going to get killed in that stretch. Usually it doesn't end up being as bad as it's supposed to be, but right now it looks like it's going to be as bad as it's supposed to be. All right. 1st and 10 at 14 for 13. Play action. Cooper Cup. There's no. All right. Patrick Graham has got to go. He's got to go. He's got to go. Joe Judge has got to go. Somebody got to go. Somebody has got to go. Somebody's got to go. Somebody got to go for that one. Somebody's got to go for that one. Somebody's got to go for that one. Only thing good about that is that's helping my fantasy team, like I said. But somebody has got to go for that play. There is no excuse for that play. No, somebody got to go for that play. Somebody got to go for that one, man. Like, that's not acceptable. That is completely unacceptable. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock out two birds with one stone. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to record my post-game video. I'm not going to end the stream right now because I know y'all want me to stay in here. But I'm going to just record my post-game video while I'm streaming at the same time. So let me give me a second to grab my hard drive real quick. All right. All right. Let me get this TV volume down. All right. All right. What's going on? YouTube, D546. Let me make sure I'm listen. I got to make sure I'm recording. See, this is the life of a YouTuber. Sometimes you start recording and you don't have any mic, you don't have any volume. All right, I'm good now. What's going on, YouTube? D546. I'm gonna try to keep this short. I'm gonna try to keep this sweet. The New York Giants right now are in a. He just fielded the ball. Darnay Holmes just fielded the ball. The ball was about to roll out of bounds on the kickoff. This team right now is one of the most frustrating things I've had to ever watch. Right now, it's 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They're trailing 38-3. Game's over. I don't know why Daniel Jones is in the game. Where do I start? First of all, the injuries. Andrew Thomas goes out in, I think, the first or second quarter, probably the second. First quarter, Kadarius Toney is doing his thing, moving us down the field. He goes out of the game. He's grabbing his ankle on the ground. Same thing as last week. Same thing as the week before. Same thing as the week before. They had us fooled into thinking that we could compete with this team in that first quarter. We dominated that first quarter. DJ just threw another pass in which a receiver stumbled and couldn't get back outside. 3 interceptions right now. He might have a fourth before this game is over. He lost a fumble. He fumbled another time. Threw 3 interceptions. One wasn't his fault, but the other 2 were inexcusable. I'm out here saying inexcusable. I mean, they were just inexcusable. Two, to Taylor Rapp, I think that's his name. One where he basically threw it directly to him 2 times. And now he's getting sacked again. Aaron Donald's coming back in there. They just stuck another guy at tackle again. Cunningham, I think, at right tackle. No one's going to block them because you've already given them enough momentum. Beginning of the game, Nate Solder gives up a sack. First play of the game. They take out Nate Solder. They put in Matt Peart at right tackle. We go down the field, almost score. We would have probably scored if Toney didn't get hurt, but we almost scored. Then the next offensive drive, Nate Solder is back out there again after he got benched, and the offense looked good. So the coaching right here at this point is just not good. It's not good. It's inexcusable. We just have another drop as I'm looking at this. The team can't execute to save their lives. We've had slips from Sterling Shepard that have caused interceptions. We've had a dropped interception because Evan Ingram didn't stay where he was supposed to stay. You got DJ forcing the ball in the places where he's staring guys down and nothing's open and he's still throwing it there. You got Matt Peart sifting over the left tackle because I want Matt Peart to be the right tackle. I don't want him to be the left tackle. 2 different positions. He looked good at right tackle. He looked horrible at left tackle. He gave up a fumble. DJ fumbled the ball. Matt Peart reached on the ground with 2 hands like this, like he was chasing a donut, like he was a fat kid chasing a donut, rolling down the hill, and he missed the ball. Just fall on the football, Matt Peart. Just fall on the football. This team continues to not do the fundamentals right. They continue to not be able to tackle right. They continue not to be able to catch interceptions. They continue not to be able to catch open passes on crucial downs. The team is playing badly. I hate to be that guy that wants to get rid of the coaching staff, that always wants to say someone needs to be fired. But when you get an effort like this, someone needs to be fired, injuries or not. The team has given up, at least for this week. Maybe we'll see something different next week. But for right now, this team looks like they gave up. I just saw Cooper Kupp catch the ball on the sideline at around the 20-yard line or 15 and literally run past 4 or 5 New York Giants who could have tried to push him out of bounds. They could have tried to hit him, but they all just watched him walk into the end zone. So this is what we get when we're put in these types of positions. When guys are injured, people get demoralized. But at the end of the day, I don't know who to blame the injuries on. Try to blame it on the training staff, but it could be because Joe Judge is running these guys way too much. At the end of the day, the injuries on top of the missed opportunities, on top of the inability to execute, this team isn't going much anywhere. I expect them to win a couple of games towards the middle or end of this season to make people think that the Giants are going to do something at the beginning of next year, but I will believe it when I see it. That's really it. I'll believe it when I see it. I don't expect much from this team at all because they continue to disappoint. This was a projected 9 or 8 to 12 win team this year by a lot of people. And they have severely underachieved, even if they had been able to stay healthy. Just bad performance. So I don't want to talk about X's and O's because this goes way beyond X's and O's. It's just bad football on the field. Just bad all around. And that's just my takeaway happened today. Maybe I'll be able to put together a better X's and O's video by tomorrow. But again, you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm going to always say this when we see bad football like this. Try to enjoy the 4 o'clock and this 8 o'clock game and the Monday game because it's going to be better football than what you saw today. I'm disgusted. It's sickening. All right, I'll wrap that up. Shout out to RB Brooklyn for $4.99 super chat. Why is DJ still in there? Judge needs to go. I completely agree. There's no reason he needs to be up in there. No reason he needs to be in there. I was going to bet against the Giants. I was going to bet that the Rams were going to at least win by 9.5 points. Ended up not making that, not because of anything different, but just didn't do it. Just didn't do it. Oh, yeah, no, it's great. sometimes I have notes for videos that are more like technical, but I mean, what's the point, man? The Giants don't do a good job preparing, so why should I? Yeah, DJ better not see the field again once they put in Warford. That's how bad Walford's arm is that he's throwing the passes so slow. They got Higby in there, they got Woods in there. So they're still playing their starters besides their quarterback. I think they probably took Cooper Cup out. Let's see if McKinney's getting his stats. Yeah, hopefully. Oh my God, that was a horrible decision by Walford. Looks like I'm about to get destroyed in my fantasy league. I don't know who I'm playing against, but they're projected to put up 160. Matt Stafford, they got Matt Stafford. Oh, that's just the perfect. That's perfect, man. They got Matt Stafford out there. Listen, I just put those stuff in the title. I didn't expect us to beat the Rams. I didn't expect us to beat the Rams at all. I didn't expect us to lose by 30. I expected us to lose by like 15 or 10 or but I didn't expect us to beat the Rams. Looks like I'm still gonna win this league with Kadarius Toney getting me what 6 points. Dude got me 6 points in about 30 seconds. That's the funny thing. Let's see. Henderson got me 24 points. Who got hurt? I think that might have been McKinney. I'm not sure. Hey, that's not a bad argument, man. It's not a bad argument. If you can't start, if you don't have a shovel to dig your team out of the hole, or to at least be a part of why they're not. What does he put on? Probably what about? I would definitely chalk up about 14 points as a result of Daniel Jones turning the ball over. So that's a good argument, man. That's a good point. I'm not ready to completely abandon them, but if this team is going to stay like this, I mean, what's the point? Whatever we can do to start winning games, whatever we can do to be a better team, we got to do. And that's another fact. Like I said, it's facts on both sides. It's facts on both sides. And we all know, we all know that Eli's had some bad interception games. Giants fans will have you thinking that they're not used to having a quarterback that turns the ball over a lot, but we've had that. We've had that for a while. Let's see if he hurt himself. Oh yeah, I'm not saying they're the same quarterback. I'm just saying we are very used to having a quarterback that turns the ball over at a very high clip. Eli didn't have a running game or pass protection for about 10 years. No running game, no pass protection, sometimes no defense. Max, let's relax. Let's relax because I can pull up some tape, and Eli's my favorite player all time. But I can pull up some tape of Eli doing the exact same thing. People were ready to burn Eli at the stake a couple of times. He made some horrible decisions at times. And again, this isn't saying that he's not that dude and he's not, a Hall of Famer and all that, but he made some horrible decisions at times. Looks like we're gonna get that penalty on Dante Dion. Oh yeah, he's gonna say that. He's gonna say I gotta watch the tape. You know, pretty tough right there. Greeny, we're not gonna compare. We're not gonna compare him, man. We're not gonna compare him. All I'm saying is they have that same parallel of making boneheaded plays. Eli was the number one pick overall for a reason. He was the number one pick for a reason by far. Yeah. I mean, Eric Flowers and Bobby Hart, in my opinion, probably are worse than Nate Solder. I would say that Eric Flowers and Bobby Hart are worse than Nate Solder and Matt Parrott. That stinks for the Rams to have another corner getting hurt though. They got a ton of injuries right there. Yeah, Bobby Hart is still terrible. That dude stinks. Like I said, 2011 was the last year we had a decent pass blocking offensive line. Probably, yeah, 2011. Probably the last year we had a line that was decent. Um, yeah, 2012 it started to take a little bit of step back. 2013 it was awful. 2014 awful. 2015 awful, and then it just all went downhill from there. After 2015, once we introduced Bobby Hart and Eric Flowers to the mix, yeah, that was it. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I definitely understand what you mean. Think about when you can like literally like imagine like people who watch these videos who are younger. Like imagine if you're like what 16. Imagine if you're 13 or 14 or 15 or something like that. Just think about it. You can literally look back to the time to where you were a legit like little kid. If you're 16, you can go back to what 10 years ago to the last time this team was good. So you were 6. Like that's crazy to me. That's just not Giants football, man. Like when I was 6, how old was I when I was 6? Um, Not how old was I when I was 6, but what were the Giants doing when I was 6? I guess you had Tiki Barber doing this thing. The Giants were a decent team. The Giants were a decent team. You look at me when I'm like 10, 12. The Giants are winning the Super Bowl. 4 years later, the Giants win another Super Bowl. Stinks for the younger fans. Oh, I hate that, man. You already know that if Elijah Penny didn't pick up that football, they would have called that a fumble. Yeah, man, that's eons ago, man. Like you were 11. That means what? You're 21 now. That's eons ago, man. Like you know how long ago that is? Yeah, this team is lost though, and you can blame it on the fact that they're just demoralized because of all the injuries, but they lost this team. They lost this team. This coaching staff does not have a good hold on this team. Yeah, and that's crazy. Who would have predicted before this week? Well, I mean, before this year, that Patrick Graham will be fired before Jason Garrett? Who would have predicted that? I'm so surprised he caught that ball and didn't drop it. And as you see, we got some receivers. I mean, I don't feel bad about the weapons that are out there, but the line has got to protect. And you see there, and people don't understand this. He's finally getting protection. I don't like the way Eli Penny turned around with that ball, like all the way out here. But you see, it takes the line some time to gel, whether they're good or bad. It takes some time for the line to get comfortable, and they had to take out Nate Solder. But you take out Nate Solder in the fourth quarter. So can we please, can we see Nate Solder not be out there next week? I don't care who you got to throw out there. Can we just see him not be out there next week? I agree. I agree, Greeny. That was definitely huge. Along with losing Blake Martinez, those guys don't have any identity in the middle of the defense. 3-4 defense. You need linebackers. You need productive linebackers, and you need a productive. Doesn't have to be productive, but you need a very stout nose tackle. What do we have last year? A Pro Bowl level linebacker and a Pro Bowl level nose tackle. Joe Judge better not kick the field goal. That's just cowardice at that point. I think there's like a legitimate curse on the Giants though. I think that there's a legitimate curse because just think about it. Think about it. Every single time that people expect the Giants to take that next step, look at Sterling Shepard, man. Thank you for bailing out your quarterback. But every time we expect the Giants to take that next step, something happens. Injuries happen every single time. Now, that could be in the offseason, people expected the Giants to take the next step, and they didn't. Do you know how many times? Do you know how many times I said give the ball to Eli Penny in the red zone? And you see how easy that was? You see how easy that was for Eli Penny to score right there? I said that so many times. Give him the ball in short yardage. Give him the ball in the red zone. And we finally do it. They did Tom Coughlin horribly wrong, and they did Eli. They did him wrong. Listen, man, I'll take the stats. We don't even really get any good stats out of it because DJ doesn't get the touchdown for it. I'm telling you, people, listen, a YouTuber, a Cowboys YouTuber that's been on here since the TTC days. Simon, his channel is Simon Says Now. Kyle Rudolph finally catching something in the end zone. But a YouTuber, Simon Says, put a curse on the Giants in about 2015, 2016. And ever since then, it's been really, really difficult to do anything. So what are they going to kick a one side kick now? Man, this is crazy. They said Tom Brady high level witch wife cursed us because we beat Tom twice. That's funny. Somebody did something to him. Oh boy. Just run the clock out at this point. Yeah, I think that's exactly what they'll do. And at this point, I'm not throwing DJ back out there. Okay, I see. I see. Oh man, Cooper Cup 9 for 130 and 2 touchdowns. I haven't noticed it to be honest with you. I mean, he hasn't had to work for any of that. It's a preseason game, man. Yeah, Danny Shelton is awful. That's disgusting to see him actually do something, man. Like, what have you been doing all this time? If you have the ability to do that, I mean, he's not 300 plus. He's 370. I mean, dude is huge, and he just gets pushed around. And then they hit the punter late. That's just great. They definitely hit that punter late. They almost blocked it. Um, have we seen any good movies lately? Have we? Uh, Shang-Chi was pretty good. Pretty good. Man, if I was an owner, I would be the most savage owner ever. I would literally be the most savage. Like I would literally go out there and embarrass people. It would be bad. Yeah, he needs to fire himself. I'm telling you, man, if I was an owner, I would go out there. I would literally tell them, listen, don't say anything to the reporters. Don't need to worry about it. Just pack your stuff up. You're right across, you're real close to the building. Just pack your things up. No problem. Don't worry about it. Just get everything in a bag, trash bag, whatever you got. Get it in that bag. I'll speak to the media. Don't worry. I bet John Mayer right now is flipping trash cans and punching walls like Odell did, except he's not going to get fired for it. Exactly. Yeah. Just go ahead home. We'll send you your whole thing. Where you want the desk, where you want your screens, your TV, your iPads, whatever. We'll send it all to you. And I know John Mayer is throwing his little temper tantrum and throwing stuff around, but God forbid Odell do it. God forbid a player that's good that's helping your team win do it. I mean, and that's a good point about the karma there. I mean, you do what you did to Tom Coughlin, you get rid of him, and then you finally give Ben McAdoo a team that Tom Coughlin probably could have done a lot better with. And then after that, you bench Eli for Geno Smith instead of Davis Webb. Don't sit right, man. It don't sit right. And then you trade away your franchise player in Odell. Can't do all that stuff and expect not any repercussions, man. Like I do not like Mike going his helmet. That looks very unsafe. And for Joe Judge to still throw Daniel Jones out there is ridiculous. Like, what's the point? What are you gaining? Only thing you can get is some garbage time stats and some injuries. And look at this, man. Like, and now we're getting back and hitting guys in stride because they're playing off. Listen, man, how can my skin stay moisturized when I'm rooting for this team, man? Like, I don't know. That's not possible. Like when I get into a certain state of of headspace, my entire mind, my entire body just gets really, really dry. Yeah, there's not enough film to watch, man. You can watch film all day. You can do that all day, man. Like Joe Judge, right? He's gonna say right there. We got to look back right there. Uh, got to go ahead and look back at the tape. That's what Ben McAdoo used to say. He used to say we got to look at the tape. He would slick his hair back and just talk about, hey, we got to check out the tape. Oh boy, I cannot believe I stayed on here for this long. I see people saying, I'm sorry, but I don't trust this coaching staff anymore. I haven't trusted this coaching staff for about a month right now, a month and a half. I don't trust any of these coaches on a week to week basis. And I'm going to still maintain, like I said, that Jason Garrett has been our best coach because at least we moved the ball. Consistently, we've moved the ball besides this game because guys went out. But before that, we moved the ball. Patrick Graham can't stop a nosebleed. I see Giants fans just getting head and just leaving, man. I don't blame him. And look at DJ just repping this, just repping it, just dropping back and just hitting guys. Like, where was this about 2 hours ago? Where was this about 2 hours ago? And now Nate Solder's back out there. Pat is having a decent game. Yeah, Joe Judge, he'll be the employee of the month every year. You'll just go in the car dealership and you'll see Joe Judge's face with that little stare that he does, that intense hard nosed stare that he does. You'll just see his picture on the wall, employee of the month, September, October, November, December, January. And Colin Johnson drops the ball. You'll see his picture all over the car dealership. Best salesman. Best salesman. This dude is out of place, man. This dude, Joe Judge, is out of place. The coaching staff just looks so like they just look so out of it. They just look so out of it, man. Like they don't have any energy about them. Hey, shout out to Philly Notion, man. Man, this team, man, we got about 12, 13 people out. Even after that, they still stink. Uh, say extend Daniels. Listen, they stink bad, man. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea how Joe Judge had us in this vortex of lies that he spent. Dude is a really good talker. He's a really good talker, but he's not good at coaching. Because again, it don't matter how many injuries you got, no team is 28 points or 27 points better than another team in the NFL. And that's just a fact. Um, yeah. But yeah, at least we actually give our running back carries. Miles Sanders is getting stiff, man. That's facts. Yeah, I just can't see that continuing to work. All these guys getting hurt, running laps. I just can't see that continuing to work. I think he need to slow down on the laps because at this point, all these dudes getting hurt, man. That's the correlation. Oh man. So I'm on here. The game is over. I'm going to check to see what's going on with some of these other Giants YouTubers. Might try to pop somebody in here, talk for about 30 minutes. Then I'll jump off. If not, I'll just jump off and upload that post game. Let's see. Okay, it looks like some other people might be free. See what's going on here. What was the score? 28-11. I'm gonna see if I can get somebody on here so we can talk our talk before I jump off of here for the day. I stayed there the whole game, so let me see if I can get somebody else in here real quick. Not gonna hold y'all too long on here. But yeah, the Rams, they just completely waxed us. They're a good team, and we just played bad football on top of that. Let's see if there's any other good games on. Everybody's getting blown out. Chargers are getting blown out. Texans are getting blown out. Bears are basically getting blown out now. Washington's getting blown out. Lions are getting blown out. No real close games to finish this up. I mean, you got the Panthers and the Vikings. Only good game left. I would invite you to look back at these play designs over the last couple of weeks. I would disagree. The last year and first couple of games of this season, yeah, but I would tell you to look at the play design the last couple of weeks, and I would say it's a different offense. It looks a lot better, but it doesn't matter. Not like he's a great offensive coordinator or a great offensive mind by any means. So I'm not going to go crazy defending him. Again, I'm gonna try to stay on for a little while to see if I can get somebody in here. About 5 minutes go by and we can't get anybody else in here, then I'll just dip out. But I just got you always want to see a different person's perspective, see what's going on. I think we all pretty much have the same perspective though. Is this real? I would love to see that. I would love to see that. I love to see that dude angry. Um, I just love to see that dude angry because Mara, like, he's kicking stuff over. He talked about how Odell has to show composure, how all these guys need to live up to the Giants' way, and John Mara is acting like a 6 year old punching holes in the wall. He didn't do that, but kicking trash cans over, flipping chairs, like it's a joke, man. Oh yeah, for 60 minutes, punch you in the nose for 60 minutes with a relentless, competitive attitude. That's what he said. He should be kicking something, man. Like, yeah, it's a mess. All right, looks like people are tied up right now, so maybe we'll get a stream later today. I'm not sure. If not, try to do a stream with somebody else on this upcoming. We could talk about this game, but I'm gonna get up my post game video, and you guys have a great rest of your day. Hopefully, the 4 o'clock games are better than this initial game because I mean even the games beside our games, of course, like I told you, most of these teams got blown out. Most of these victories are double digit victories. So hopefully there's some better games this second slot. But I'm gonna go ahead and dip out of here. You guys have a great rest of your day. Good thing is we got this out of the way in the early slot. We don't got to worry about you know going to sleep off of a fresh loss. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and dip out, you guys. Thank you as always for supporting. I had to stay in here because y'all wanted me to stay in here. If y'all didn't want me to stay in here, I definitely would have been gone. I would have been watching another game, or I would have just been doing anything besides watching what we saw today. But as always, I'm ended up right here.